faithful family. I know it's been a while since we did a video, but today it's gonna be one of those quick, easy pot roast dinner type. So if you like it, stay tuned. If you don't, you're already here, just stay tuned. All right guys, so here we are. I'm gonna show you guys our ingredients that we have. So I have two kinds of meat. I have the chuck pot roast, which is your normal, and I got a rump roast. I may not use this rump roast, but we don't know, we'll see. So I also have our potatoes, which I'm not gonna use all these potatoes, but I don't have red potatoes, so I'm just gonna use regular potatoes. It probably might do the same, probably not, but either way, we're gonna use it. I got baby carrots, I got celery, mushroom. Hubby loves mushrooms, so we're gonna do that. For me, I care less for it, but we're just gonna use it. I got heavy cream for my mashed potatoes that we're gonna have tonight. We also have our seasoning, which I have some parsley flakes, I have some garlic salt, I have our rosemary, I have our all-purpose seasoning, I have our onion powder, our beef bouillon, which in Creole is like Maggi. We have red pepper flakes, red wine, Worcestershire sauce, I'm probably saying it wrong, thyme, and I also have our lemon juice because I have to clean my meat out, it's just me. And then I also have our beef broth. So we're gonna go ahead, I have dinner rolls back there, we're gonna cook that last because you know, but it's gonna be a great meal. And also, I love this crock pot, borrowed from my mother-in-law. She's awesome, guys. But it is pot, I think it's a slow cooker or crock pot, one of them. But either way, I love it. So let's get this video started. All right, guys, we're back. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our dry seasonings and put them in a little bowl. I already got some in there. I got the all-purpose seasoning, and I also have our onion powder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the rest of the seasons in here. This is parsley, so we're just gonna do a little bit of parsley. Put that a little bit in here. And the next seasoning I'm gonna grab is garlic salt. Just gonna add a little bit of that too. Our beef bouillon, or as they say, Maggi. I'm gonna go ahead and get my crushed red peppers. And then that is all. All I'm gonna do is just mix it out a little bit. You know, just grab a random spoon, doesn't matter. Just mix around, that's gonna be the base of your thing here. And what I'm going to do, I already lemon juiced this. I kind of didn't show that part, but I went ahead and lemon juice everything. You got lime juice, everything. So all I'm gonna do is basically spread it here. If you need more season, you can. Just baste the meat up, you know, give it that nice seasoning here. Just like how you guys do your little steaks. So you're just gonna do this. And I may need to, you might need some more seasoning than I did, but you just go ahead and work it through. Give it that good massage. All right, get that meat seasoning. And you're gonna flip it on this side. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing, seasoning on that side. And then we're gonna stir it, okay? All right, so we're just gonna season it on that side. And just work it in there, just like you do your meat. I was gonna throw a joke in there, but I ain't no jokester, guys. So just go ahead and make sure every part of the meat has that great, lovely seasoning, okay? Because again, we are gonna season it again. All right, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and stir it. So we're gonna take this meat and bring it to the pot over there that I have, and we're just gonna go ahead and get it brown and get our crock pot going here. We get our pot hot here. It's gonna get hot. You just go ahead, I have my handy dandy oil. You just enough to sear your meat. So You can also skip this part and let the slow cooker do it, but I like to have that little crunch on the top, the little succulent, juicy part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait till this gets hot and get us going here. All right, so while that is like seasoning or stirring, you want it to get brown, okay? While we're waiting for that to get brown, we're just gonna go ahead and cut up our potatoes and our celery and get that going. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Sounds wonderful. So what you're gonna do is basically just cut, you see how that nice juicy brown part? And all you're doing is just getting that brown part the other side too. So while that's doing that, we're gonna go ahead and change gloves and go ahead and cut our potatoes and stuff up. So I'll show you guys how to do that. All right guys, so we're back. I have a whole stalk of celery here. So what you're gonna do is basically just, I know my knife skills are looking a little something, but don't worry about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the pieces here. And it smells really good in here, guys. You would love it. All I'm doing is just taking this top part off here. You may not need all the celery. That's just me. I don't think we're gonna need all that celery, but you know, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and use it, because why not? Extra vegetables in your fridge here. I don't like that one. All I'm doing is just chopping away. So we're just gonna put those aside. We may not even need that. So all I'm gonna do is basically, I'll take this part off. It's just gonna go ahead and cut this. Alright, and so we're just going to keep cutting until you get to the master celery. You guys might cut better than I do. You got to think about it. And then it's the same thing with this. You're just going to celery here. I'm gonna go ahead and get your potatoes. Got the final thing. I'm going to go ahead and cook the celery and the onions and put the potatoes and carrots on the side. I do have more potatoes cut up, they just couldn't fit on this plate. So I'll go ahead and walk over here and show you guys what this meat looks like. It looks gorgeous. It's seared, it's perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and lift it up, mince, and use juice of the meat and use it for the celeries and onions, and I'll show you guys how it goes. All right guys, so there's the juice. And all I'm gonna do is add a teaspoon of butter. All right, just gonna let that melt. that's gonna get that base of the meat. I also have minced garlic. So, minced garlic. Just gonna pour some in there and go ahead and saute our onions and celery. All right. So what I'm just gonna do is just go ahead and get that cooked down real quick. Go ahead and add our celery and our. All right. So as you see, we got our. So all I'm gonna do is just cook these down a little bit. You can add whatever seasoning you want. I usually add the juice of the meat, garlic, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. Fresh red pepper flakes. Give it that little taste to it. And then I'll show you guys how we're gonna assemble this crock pot. Watch out, the camera's getting steamed up. Alright guys, I'll show you when it's done what it looks like. So this is the start and I'll show you what it's finished. Alright guys, so we got our meat in here. We're gonna go ahead and assemble our pot roast here. Looks good. But we're gonna let the rest finish the cooking. So we're gonna add our onions and celery. I'm just gonna go ahead and ain't got time for that. So you see that steam? Gonna add the juice of that, some garlic. We're gonna go ahead and add our carrots. Yes, I washed our carrots. Carrots, I don't saute my carrots because I don't want them to get super soft. Carrots, they get soft easily. So I'm just gonna add just a bag of carrots. Okay. Just move that to the side and let the meat be the star. All right, after that, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our ingredients. So I'm gonna add in our red wine, our Worcestershire sauce, our beef broth, and our potatoes. All right, so we add that. I'm also gonna go ahead and add our mushrooms. I was a big fan of these mushrooms. I don't know why. So you basically add as much mushroom as you want. Again, our meat's the star of the show. I'm not gonna add too much. I'm gonna go ahead and add our beef broth, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. All right, guys. So this is what I got: potatoes, carrots, Worcestershire sauce, red wine, beef broth. I also added some thyme, and I could put some rosemary in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on high and cook this for 4 hours, okay? So in 4 hours, I'll see you guys back here. And I'm gonna go ahead and start on the sides too. All right guys, so we're back after 4 hours of cooking it. You can tell the meat here is tender. It smells really good. So we got the meat that's really tender. I'll show you guys here in a minute. And as you can see, it's like literally like fall apart the bone. See that? So it's like fall apart meatloaf. Pot roast on that. So it's really tender. The vegetables cooked down to softness. It's really tasty. I also got our sides, of which I made some mashed potatoes, just some dinner rolls. So, and I also I know you guys don't have to, but I made a papaya passion drink to go with it. I already ate, but my husband hasn't ate yet, so we'll get his opinion when he come back, and we'll let you know. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like. Got the mashed potato roast, the pot roast, and we got the carrots and the potatoes.